Hey there. I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm recording this on Sunday. It is the day of the full moon in February. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and launch into this. I've meditated, I have prayed, cleansed my space, and all of those good things. So after meditation this morning, I was kind of coming back to myself and started speaking. So this is actually a message that what I'm being told is for those who make themselves an enemy of the Most High God. But if you are a part of the, collective that I'm a part of, this might be a useful message for you as well. What they're wanting to convey is that despite the fact that, you all, the enemies of the Most High God, you take all of this time to plan and to strategize, right? And to really do these low vibrational things. Here's the thing. When you do things like destiny swap or make those kinds of attempts and make those plans, what you're not considering is that if you get that energy, right, you get that purpose, you have not lived, and I'm hearing the lifetimes collectively, the multi-lifetimes that the person has who that purpose belongs to. So if you try and stand in that power and own that path and purpose, you simply will not have what it takes to carry out that mission. You certainly won't be able to use that energy to harm other people or to gain riches and material things, because we're talking about very high vibrational energy that you're trying to take and do low vibrational things with. Not only that, it takes lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Like those of who resonate with being chosen or a light worker or a volunteer, a lot of us have been on this planet over and over and over again, and a lot of us have energy that is quite frankly primordial, that was used to create Gaia and all of this, right? Like literal creation energy. That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing walking gnosis, walking creation, like walking Jah. And that energy has been put into vessels over many, many, many lifetimes, to go through all of the things that the energy needed to go through, right? All of these lifetimes to gain all of this wisdom, right? And so we were put in very specific vessels, and I'm not talking about how the vessel looks. I'm just talking about the makeup of it. Our vessels were literally made to awaken and activate the Merkaba and the light body, right? To ascend fully. And with that being said, these vessels that we inhabit were also made to carry and anchor in so much light. Not every vessel has the capacity to do that, okay? That's why it's called chosen, all right? Because it's these vessels and these souls have been chosen for this specific mission. It doesn't mean anybody else's mission is less important. It's just that when somebody who has a different mission tries to take the energy and the purpose of somebody with this specific mission, right, to raise the vibration of the planet, when they take that energy and they try to use it, their vessel literally is not built to anchor the energy in. So what ends up happening is you get people going mad, people who, unfortunately pass away earlier than necessary because of dis-ease. There's a lot of you're going to fry out your system, your electrical system, your chakra system. You're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. This is a lot of power that these certain individuals are trying to just take directly into their hands, thinking that they can handle it, but that's the blind spot. Not only can they not handle it, can they not anchor it in, and even if they don't want to distort the mission or maybe they just really want your actual mission. It's just impossible because it was specifically made for you. I hope that I am making sense, okay? It was way more eloquent when it came out of my mouth earlier. I'm always like, damn, I should have pressed record then. Anyway, lessons learned. So that's really it. And so here's the thing, is that we've been coming back here and incarnating to prepare for this time in history, okay? And while we don't actually have to reincarnate, that is a trap, it is a karmic loop that a lot of us get stuck in. There is a collective of us who have been doing this on purpose to help everyone else out, and there's a lot of interference going on right now, and especially with the new or full moon energy, there's a lot of spell work being done and evil eye and all kinds of schemes and scams and plots and things. So I'm just coming on here to kind of simply express to those who might be cross-watching or might find this video who are doing things like that, you are really playing a dangerous game, and you're impeding on the mission and the purpose of people and souls and energies and star seeds and light workers, right, who have come here to actually help free you. And I wanted to say this. If there's anybody out here listening who's been engaging in these lower vibrational activities and this is kind of waking you up a little bit, that's the purpose, okay? Because when illumination, when sunlight, when light is shined on shadow and illusion, right? It dissipates, it dissolves the shadows, it dissolves the illusion, all right? So I think I'm actually speaking to a couple of you out there who, upon hearing this, will have a lot of illusions dissolved, all right? And this might be your awakening moment and your moment to awaken to your higher mission and your higher self, right? So just bear with me, and please just like try not to let the ego get in the way, okay? And if you're finding yourself really upset by this message, this is not about a hierarchy, and this is not about anybody being better than anyone else. It's simply that everybody comes with a specific blueprint and a soul path, and that was made by your soul, right? And if you try and step into somebody else's shoes and step into somebody else's journey when they've been doing this since the beginning, okay, you're going to get yourself so incredibly, tremendously out of alignment. You may not find your way back, okay? And for those of you who have like, and I know nothing about this, okay, but like sold your soul or given yourself to a deity or let something inhabit your body, I want you to know it's never too late, all right? No one owns your soul except for the Creator, all right? The Most High God or whoever you, whatever. But no one actually owns your soul. That is also an illusion, okay? The devil is a liar. And if you're out there spinning illusions, you can just as easily buy into illusions, is what I'm hearing. So there is hope for most of you out there. Some people do not want to wake up. Some people do not want to see the truth. That's not their purpose this time. Sometimes your purpose is to be the lower vibration, like to be the lower vibrational version of you, so that if you come back next time, you have that wisdom. But what you're missing is that those of us who have been incarnating over and over and over again, for this specific mission, we've had to play those roles as well, okay? We've had to fill every archetype, every role, be the bad guy, the good guy, and everything in between, okay, to gain the wisdom, to understand when we are being tricked. Because if you've been that before, then you know what's going on. And that is why a lot of us, we have incredible intuition and we see what's going on. Even though we just smile and play dumb, we don't buy into your shit, okay? Honestly, we have a higher understanding and we understand that you don't deserve our energy. So we're not going to have this argumentative exchange with you. We're not going to fight and quarrel with you. We're not going to seek revenge on you. We simply are going to let it be handled by our unseen protectors. And what I have been hearing the last couple days is God has sent in a spiritual security team for a lot of us because of how massive these attacks have become, as we all are ascending and awakening and really achieving these high levels where we are connecting with super high level consciousness. And that's why that's what people are trying to like fragment and take and steal. It's the stealing of intellectual property by copycats and narcissistic energies, who simply are led by ego and they don't want to do the work, or they don't actually. It's bottom line, it's about insecurity. It's about not believing that you can do the work, and it's not about not believing that you are worthy enough to do the work. And so what? I'm just going to go in and steal it, right? This has got to be a huge fucking wake-up call, okay, for these people, whoever's listening to this. It's never going to work. All you're doing is enhancing our activations and elevating us at a quicker rate. 11:11 on the clock as I say that. You are pushing us more and more into alignment as you fall more and more out of alignment. Again, I want to go back to the fact that if you're trying to take somebody, a fragment of somebody's something, steal their intellectual property, steal their ideas and make money off of it, you won't be able to, because that energy won't be in alignment with you. Okay, you have to do the work to be in alignment with that high level shit, okay? That's just bottom line how it goes. So I don't care if I am helping you with your blind spots at this point. I think God, like the Most High God, needs for you to start looking in your own blind spots, because the Most High God does not want to see anybody F themselves over, okay? And that's all that's kind of going on left and right everywhere. I don't know about you all, but you know, I just realized that there are, you know, you all out there that is a part of the Chosen Collective. You really, a lot of us are experiencing so much within our own neighborhoods, within our own families, obviously, but it seems like we're surrounded, right? Although we see through that illusion. We absolutely know that that is not the case. It does get a little obnoxious, but that is okay. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. It's just that, you know, for those of you out there, like, that are doing these low vibrational things, there needs to be an understanding, okay, that we, those that are on the receiving end of whatever this is, spell work or whatever the hell, we never hate you, okay? There is never going to be an equal exchange of resentment, anger, envy, jealousy, greed, that's coming towards us. Like, those are the reasons why this shit's being sent our way, right? There's never going to be an equal exchange of that being sent back to you. And if it is, then that person is not chosen, and you're messing probably with the right person, right? Because you all are like vibing on the same level. This is a losing battle, and it always will be. We have quite literally gone through all the things and have integrated all the wisdom, okay? Like, it is impossible for us who are standing at a level of expansion where it is like Christ consciousness, right? It is the Buddha nature, hence in the background, right? That we are existing in. At these levels of vibration and frequency, like, we only know unconditional love, and not the kind that's romanticized here on this plane, this 3D plane, where it's, you know, giving of all of yourself and this sort of like storybook love, or these stories of like unrequited love, like, and just never, like, just taking everything all the time, like all the beatings and all the shit, and just being like real unconditional love at a universal level is very neutral, okay? I'm here to tell you, if you didn't know, now you know. It is incredibly neutral. It is anything that it needs to be to bring balance to any and all situations. And that's what we are literally carrying. Well, those of us here to raise the vibration of this planet, we carry the frequency of balance, okay? Everywhere we go, balance is restored. That's a huge part of our purpose for so many of us, is that we are sent into the worst of the worst situations to restore balance, to bring justice, which is a balancing of the scales. And I need for you all to know that every single one of us has the authority to do that. Okay, and we know how to do it, and we will do it. We actively do it every day because we have an awareness that this is a part of our job. All right, and we also just don't have the fear. We go into these situations, we know how to have a poker face, we know how to navigate. Even if we don't consciously know, we will always make the right steps. It will always end up coming out. It's not about favor, in our favor, somebody wins and somebody loses. It's always about balance. The universe will always find balance. And the Most High God uses his children to do that, okay? And that is, again, because there has to be balance restored, okay, to raise this vibration on the whole planet, to heal our planet, okay, to bring restoration and renewal to all of the destruction that's coming from all of these low vibrational behaviors and this old programming, okay? And you're going to look around and it's going to look like destruction because all of these archaic ways and paradigms are now crashing down because there are enough of us that have awakened and restored balance within self. Thank you, Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see. There are enough of us that have gone within and healed self and restored balance in self. We are literally walking karma for you all. Okay, it's time for you all to wake up and get on your higher path if that is what's meant for you to be doing this lifetime. And if not, it's at least this wake-up call to stop incurring all this karma that you are incurring, because you're never going to win. You're never going to win. We already passed that tipping point, okay? All of these old structures are coming down, and that means that they're coming down within you, whether you like it or not. Okay? Ascension is happening on this planet, whether you like it or effing not. So it would be a good idea to get on board, to start going within, start introspecting, start treating your vessel better, okay? Treating your mental and your emotional bodies better. There's all kinds of information out there on how to do that. But if you continue to choose to walk this low vibrational path, when you know you have a choice to do something better and be something better, right? And be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. If you choose to continue to be a part of the problem, I heard there's going to be massive, and there already are massive consequences happening. The door is shutting for everybody to make their decision about what they want to do. And this is dire, like emergency, I'm hearing. It's 18:18 on the clock. It is time, okay? And like once this, I guess, gate or something closes, I'm just like seeing it, and like I'm hearing a slamming. Like there is, like, you're going to be on this lower vibrational dimension, and you're going to miss out on the glory and the renewal and the rebirth and the renaissance of what it is to inhabit a human body on this planet when it's vibrating at a beautiful higher level where dis-ease doesn't exist, okay? Like these extremes and duality, while it will still exist, it won't be to the extent that we have been experiencing. Okay. So I think that's all I have. I didn't want to make this too long. I was called to grab the Bhagavad Gita and to do a little bibliomancy. So I'm just going to open up a page and see what it says, and then that'll be our final message, and we'll be done, okay? All right. What do we got? All right. So I've opened to, it looks like text 32. Alrighty. It says, those with the vision of eternity can see that the imperishable soul is transcendental, eternal, and beyond the modes of nature. Despite contact with the material body, the soul neither does anything nor is entangled. Wow. Those with the vision of eternity can see that the imperishable soul is transcendental, eternal, and beyond the modes of nature. Despite contact with the material body, the soul neither does anything nor is entangled. The living entity appears to be born because of the birth of the material body, but actually, the living entity is eternal. He is not born, and in spite of his being situated in a material body, he is transcendental and eternal. Thus, he cannot be destroyed. By nature, he is full of bliss. He does not engage himself in any material activities. Therefore, the activities performed due to his contact with material bodies do not entangle him. Okay, I think this speaks a lot about the division between the lower self or the egoic self and the egoic path and the higher self, which is eternal, okay, and cannot be entangled in the material. So it's like really sums up what we were talking about in terms of this division and this split that's happening right now as all of these old paradigms come down, and it's time to really make a decision and get on board with what side you want to be on, I suppose. All right, that's all I've got for today. 2020, 21, 21 on the clock as I say that. Oh, and at the top of my deck over here, 21. Listen, this is a massive cycle that's closing right now. A cycle that's been based in the material, based in I guess it's like the flesh, and I don't know. It's just coming to an end, and it's really time now. So I guess this is just a call. It's a call for all the people who have made themselves an enemy of the Most High God to repent and to let yourself go through the dark night. Let yourself fall. Go through that dark night of the soul. Get acquainted with your shadow side so you're not always living in your shadow. When you get acquainted with it and you face it and you come out the other side, because let me tell you something, it's this level of narcissistic energy that just rules our planet right now. That means that it exists, 2222 when I said that means that it exists within you as much as it exists within me, okay? And going through the dark night is simply confronting those levels, that darkness, those shadows that you have within you. Because when you pretend that doesn't exist, it will exert itself in your actions and in your behaviors. And as much as you try and justify that shit, you're never going to be able to. You are comprised of light and dark. Everyone is. Taoism is a really important concept for a few of you out there and will really, really help you to understand and feel better about this. Going through the dark night is nothing more than finding your part in all of the things in your life that you have resentment for. All those reasons why you say it's okay, those excuses that you make as to why it is okay to do the things that you do, the fucked up shit that you do to other people, because you make excuses for your resentment, okay? And when you start to take your pain and your trauma personally, it manifests as violence and aggression, okay? That's the truth. That is the full-on truth. That is the divine truth that came right through me. When you take your pain and your trauma personally, it manifests as aggression and violence, okay? You have got to go within, face your ego, face your shadows, temper your ego, okay? Your ego is a part of you, but you can have a better relationship with it and with all facets of yourself. As you start to do this, you will heal your inner child. You will start to unblock. You will activate and unblock your chakra system. You will eventually merge with your higher self, okay? And there will be no need to steal from anybody. There will be no need to put anybody down, to stagnate anybody, to try and swap destinies with somebody, to force your karma onto other people. There won't be any need for that, okay? Because you will have found balance within yourself. What is possible for me is possible for you, is possible for the next person, okay? But it starts with you admitting to yourself that you need to take responsibility, okay? Despite the fact that people have done fucked up shit to you, it does not really matter. Somebody's here, so confirmation, okay? It doesn't matter. You still have a part in it. all right? And it's never a good enough reason to fuck with other people and to fuck with other people's literal soul path and destiny in life, all right? Or try to steal it. All right, so going through the dark night, that's what that means. It means to confront yourself, to confront the things that you've done, and to repent, to ask for forgiveness, and to become okay with the fact that you do have a shadow side. But it is never okay to let that solidify into taking things so personally that then you do fucked up shit to other people, all right? So when you go through that dark night, you heal, you start to heal that part of you, and you get very well acquainted with your inner child, which is your solar plexus chakra, okay? And when that happens, you get very connected to your own divinity, and you don't have to steal other people's, all right? This is about doing your own work, okay? All right, I think that's all that we've got. So I am wishing you all a beautiful Sunday. Take some time to breathe, to rest, to think about these things. And again, if it's truly pissed you off, there's a reason it's pissing you off. There's a full-on reason. Take a look at that. Disconnect from all of your electronic devices. Disconnect from your little buddies and making strategies and doing that shit for just an hour. Go within. Really go within and quiet your mind and see what comes up. Try admitting to yourself that maybe you've been using your pain as an excuse to have resentment, to hurt others who really didn't have any part in causing that pain to begin with, all right? It's not about seeking revenge, okay? It is just about getting in your own lane and healing yourself. And you will find salvation, my friend. You will find your higher path. You will find joy and contentment that you never knew existed. And you won't have to, for most of us, like even take, antidepressants or anti-anxiety, benzo shit. I mean, I'm not saying don't take medicine. I'm just saying like a lot of these lower vibrational feelings, they're energies that become attached to you, because you are keeping yourself in a lower vibration by staying attached to your pain instead of healing it by feeling it, letting it pass through you, and letting it leave, okay? Cord cut, cleanse, and release. That's the same thing when you heal your trauma, okay? First of all, you have to admit that you have it, that you've been using it in the wrong way. And once you allow yourself to feel it and release it, and like cleanse yourself of it, it becomes wisdom. That's how you take your pain and you turn it into wisdom, all right? Stop being stuck in the illusion. Don't buy into that shit anymore. You have everything you need within you, every resource you need to heal yourself, okay? And to open and expand to your own wisdom and to your own higher guidance and to your own higher path so that you can start being a part of the solution as well. All right, you all. I love you very, very much. If you've made it this far, just know that the Most High God loves you. Your ancestors love you. Your whole unseen team loves you. And they're just waiting for you to make the choice to heal. All right? All right, guys. Until next time, I love you.